So let's go to the next part of the lesson. Speak shortly about the questions and answers part. After the workshop, after this good effort, after these beautiful feelings of joy, of connection, of perfection that we will get from the workshop, you will feel it, I wish for you. We have a part which is the part of questions and answers. Sometimes Rav is giving it, allowing it before the workshop, sometimes after. But this part is allowing us to ask things about what we heard in the lesson, about what we were feeling in the workshop itself. And what I want to clarify with you is what is the meaning of asking Rav Leitman, a Kabbalist, and in front of everyone, a question? Is it just like a lecture in the university where I'm just asking the professor something that I didn't quite understand, an equation in physics or whatever? What is the meaning of asking a question and then receiving an answer from the Kabbalist?
Okay. Basically, when I ask a question, the best possible thing would be, first of all, between us, all answers come from within, just so we know. If we really have a desire and we scrutinize it, the answer will come. Now, nonetheless, we have an opportunity. We have a Kabbalist to scrutinize things. What's the most beneficial thing for me, for us, to scrutinize? What's our purpose in life? We want to achieve the greatest existing pleasure ever, which is?
Bestowal.
Exactly. Now, bestowal, spirituality, in order to achieve that, we can only achieve it together, right? So what I want to scrutinize are things that are relevant for all the people there, things that could bring us all to a higher level. Okay, right. Sometimes Rav says, okay, ask whatever you wish. But basically what I want to think before I ask my question is, A, is it relevant to the topic? Again, unless Rav Leitman says, guys, ask whatever you want, you came a long way, you have many questions, go ahead. But if we're on the lesson and Rav asks to stay on the topic, then I really have to scrutinize whether what I'm asking right now serves, A, the topic of the lesson, that flow, that state of mind, as Moshe said, that Rav Leitman is bringing us into, and B, does it serve everyone? Or is it some particular question which I have that relates only to me? Why is it so important? Because if we do something, if we got the privilege of asking a Kabbalist a question, if we ask something that serves everyone, everyone benefits, and multiplied by the number of people that I benefit, it all comes back to me because I do something beneficial. But if I ask something which, throws us off track, etc., I actually flaw kind of everyone, and this is something I don't want to do. Look, no one is gonna okay, they asked the wrong question, burn them, and immediately there's like this lightning, poof, and you disappear. Won't happen. Because, we're still only beginners, and the system treats us accordingly. It's like if a baby falls down, or a small child, you see him sometimes, I see my kids, I don't want to say, but flying off cupboards, different things, and God, that's it. No, nothing, gets up, a little crying, and that's it. But if a grown-up person would do that, for sure that would be it. Because nature treats grown-ups and children differently. The system treats us, beginners, and someone who's already a long way on the path and so on, differently. Therefore, okay, don't kill yourself over what I'm going to ask, but try to keep it on the topic and relevant for everyone, for your own benefit.
Yeah. And during the lesson, during the workshop, you might want to have a small notepad just to write things, sensations, and maybe you will feel it, because you might have millions of questions, but a question is not just something I want to No. Question is a lack. You want to clarify for everyone something that regards the workshop. For instance, in the workshop we all had these and these feelings. We couldn't overcome the question that you presented us, what was missing. For instance, you will feel such new feelings that if you take them and you need to write the question, otherwise you will see you're standing in front of big audience, in front of Rav, and then you forget what you wanted to say, or you don't know the question, or you begin to, and Rav is asking, what is the question? Because everyone is here, all of the friends from the world are hearing, and you are, So it's always good to write down the question.
Otherwise, what happens? You can start off with, there are many people in line that want to ask a question. They have like a one lifetime opportunity to ask a Kabbalist question. Then you go, it was the summer of 1974. I was 3 years old. I remember it like it was today. My mom, and you start here, and then we're in the 80s and the 90s, and the public, they're all like, oh God. So for that not to happen, because when we talk in public, we tend to lose track of time. Happens. And therefore, it's preferable to write down what I want to ask.
And if I don't write it, I could also begin with A, and then Rav Lightman is asking me, but what do you want to ask actually? Because I begin to tell him a story, to explain him what I know. And then, he's asking me, okay, so actually what I wanted to know about, and then I invent another question, and then again. And what I need to do, just to summarize, is to write down the question that comes from my heart, and even better, that comes from the heart of the 10 friends that I was sitting with, and to give this lack. The answer of Rav, this is very interesting, the answer of Rav could be something that as if he's not answering to what I asked. You would feel, hey, I asked something and he's answering another thing. But believe me, or believe us, you just need to flow with it, because Rav is not answering to you. He's answering to an entire desire, entire lack of the entire system, of the entire desire, the friends in the world here. And you can insist and ask, yeah, but I wanted actually to know, and of course he will answer. But the best thing is to just get this answer and to work with it, because this is the most correct answer for the general state of everyone, okay?
It's like if I do the homework for my kids, they won't grow actually. So it's the same. You don't want to get it really chewed up. If it's a bit, off tune from what you ask, that's your work to really compensate for the difference, and from that you get the greatest result.
And the best thing actually is to get out of the lesson with a deficiency. If you feel that you're fulfilled, how do you say, satiated?
Satiated, yeah.
Satiated, I don't have any lack. It's worse than death. Then you don't have any lack, that's it. But if you feel, I want to know, I want to feel, it's not enough, it's the best thing. Then you will come to the next lesson like a lion ready to, catch this lamb, and it will be the best thing, okay? So that's it for that part of questions and answers.